Another mic review, another opportunity to see whether a company can produce a microphone that you approve of, and also, does it dungeon my dragons?
You need to leave!
I love this shirt. All right, Comica sent over a microphone. Let's see what it's all about. And I think they sent me a white one, but this is a black one. We're gonna see what exactly is in this box after a word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Lightstream. Lightstream is a cloud-based streaming service where you can stream directly from your console to Lightstream, and then they will re-encode your stream with professional overlays. Things like Stream Elements, Rainmaker.gg, a whole bunch of things like videos and graphics you can put onto your stream and never have to use a streaming PC to do these things. Right now, you can get 25% off your first 3 months by using my coupon code Darkened. So make sure you go ahead and visit the link in the description to go ahead and order this. And thank you to Lightstream for sponsoring this video. All right, we're gonna go ahead and unbox this. I'm gonna pull the overhead over so that we can take a look at it. So let's rip this open and see what Comica is wanting me to take a look at. Here is the Comica STA-U2A as an RGB cardioid condenser USB microphone kit. It says it can be used with a smartphone, a tablet, or a computer, and I bet that's just because it is obviously USB-C, which means it probably also can be used with a PlayStation. Right here on the side, we'll go ahead and turn this over here so you can see. It's got this like stuff on the side. It basically says, not that it's gonna focus, it's a stepless game, real-time monitoring, like 3 kilograms of capacity, effectively filter airflow, stable, durable. A lot of marketing on here. Is a 16 millimeter cardioid condenser capsule that's actually the same as like the K683A. We've reviewed several of those on this channel. You should maybe do a comparison to one of those if you want to pull it out. But today we're just looking at this one. 48 kilohertz for computer, phone, RGB light, sound effects. It says SFX, so does that mean it has like an app to it? That would be pretty cool if it did. All right, let's go ahead and rip it open. I haven't opened this yet. Oh, this is gonna be a struggle. Hold on. Sharpie pen. This actually just came literally in the mail today. And Comica said, hey, we really want you to take a look at this. And if you don't know Comica, Comica is actually a brand that puts out like shotgun mics for cameras and stuff like that. And I don't believe this is their first foray into like podcast microphone streaming mics. But I couldn't find anything immediately available. I might be wrong, and if I am, tell me in the comments. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Interesting packaging. It just opens up right here. Oh, we didn't take a look at the back. Let me show you what this says. It says, for podcasting or for streaming, sorry, you're gonna have to deal with the autofocus. But it comes in black and white, and I think I asked for a white one. Because I just wanted something different. And honestly, I kind of want to get my wife into doing more podcasting with me, and I figure if I have a really cute microphone, that she'll jump in here with me. She's done one with me. I started a podcast called Breakfast with Brandon, and it's pretty good. I was supposed to do a podcast today. It's not going so hot. Oh, let's go back here. All right, let's open this up. Wow. I just want to say, this is really impressive. You can't really tell from maybe right here, but that's metal. What? Like this is supposedly like the wind guard. And so this is like metal. Not that that's even gonna focus. It's gonna try to focus on my face. But wow. Okay, let's get the rest of it out. Got a user manual, a QR code. Love good QR code. Random styrofoam in the middle. Sorry, QR code. It looks like the mic is right here. Really nice tight packaging. We'll hold that there. All right, let's go ahead and do an open of this. Just weight-wise, feels nice. Oh, it's a metal body. Oh, wow. Oh, that is something. That is something. Take a look at that. Let's see if it'll focus on it instead of me. So here's the microphone up close. This thing is really nice. It is a metal body. USB-C, it looks like on the end. And on the back, that's an RGB button, and then obviously pass-through monitoring with a headphone port so that you can monitor yourself directly, or you can actually pass your computer audio through the mic. Most have this. Really cool though. Let me put it right here so you can see it. It's got a capacitive mute, so it's just a touch to mute. But I don't know what this button is. I guess we'll have to figure out what that is together. But oh, nice resistance on the knobs, so you don't accidentally bump them. So this is gain knob. It says for gain right there. And then this is your headphone volume. Really nice. They top out and bottom out. Wow. I'm honestly really impressed. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with the overhead. I'm really impressed just with the build quality. All right, let's get the rest of it out, shall we? All right, so let's go ahead and put the mic to the side. Put this to the side. But this isn't just the mic, it's the entire kit. Oh, wow. Okay, so it is a white, oh, they actually give you Velcro strips. That's cool. A shock mount, nice, even with different mountings on the inside, depending on what the actual microphone mount is. This is cool. So it comes with a shock mount. This is the USB-C cable. Well, I'm curious, because I have an M1 Mac, and oh, thank goodness. Okay, so USB-C on one end, USB-A, but it's one of these cool USB-A to C cables. So you're actually able to like plug it into a USB-C device or like a smartphone, especially if you've got like an Android phone or something like that. This will plug directly in. Cool. Awesome. I wish, nice metal base for the mic. It rests on the top of the table. Nothing, I don't think it's anything crazy special here. Metal bar, plastic top, metal insert. I wish this was white. All right, let's put this to the side. Let's get the arm out. It looks like a short arm, like a 14-inch. It's not like one of the big arms that I have, but it looks like a 14-inch arm, but it's white. A little bit of dirt and dust on it, but kind of cool. So plenty of stuff you can see here just for size comparison. Like here's my long Joby one. If I put this to that, I mean, it's a lot shorter, and this is I think a 16-inch Joby or 17-inch. So this is obviously a 14-inch mic arm. So let me get it set up, plugged in, and let's go ahead and see what she sounds like, and let's play around with it. So let's jump into that. The arm is really not tall enough for it to hang well. I've even cranked down on this thing and there's still plenty of spin. Am I doing something? I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Or maybe I'm... I don't think I'm doing something wrong. I think that either A, this is intended, or B, I don't understand, because I'm going by the instructions.
How come it takes more than one squirrel to screw in a light bulb?
I'm sure this is going to end up in the video at some point of me screwing around with this microphone. All right. Let's just stick it on there. And let's just like. I'm sorry, but this looks inappropriate. Bruh. Like. I've followed the directions, I've unscrewed it. Does it dungeon my dragons? Oh. Okay, that was weird. Maybe it was just my unit. I don't know. I've still got to plug the thing in. But mine's screwed in, right? But then it was loose, and I mean it's still loose, but that's just the the point of the shock mount. But it was just freely spinning. Now it doesn't freely spin anymore. Like I was over here and it was just freely spinning, right? But I had to push down. So if you get this microphone and you get to the point where I was at and it just felt really wobbly, you got to push down, I guess, to lock the locking ring. However, it's not at all in the manual. So.
What the heck?
Maybe it's on the QR part. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and install this. It looks like it's just like, oh. It's pretty cool, but on camera, that shock mount is so loose. All right, let's get some RGB on it. All right, so here's the Comica mic. I went ahead and just pulled it down here on this one. Right now it's got this really cool RGB just under, like literally just under this. It's really cool. There's an RGB button on the back of the device, I believe. And if I click it, oh, it does change. Right now it's on a purple and rotating white. I don't think you can see it really well. I'll pull up some B-roll and I'll lower some exposure so you can kind of see me cycling through the colors. But I'll just talk about, as we're looking at it. This is the first time I've seen it. So I'm gonna go ahead and filter in between. This is like a breathing, like orange. There's a color in the back and a little bit of color in the front. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of like breathing the colors around. Then you get RGB puke as it rolls. This one's interesting. Not sure what that is. And then we're just back to orange. So there's not many settings with this. I don't believe there's anything special. Oh, here's another user manual. Let's see if it had the little push thing to lock it in place. I don't think it did. It's just showing an adapter, 20 hertz to 20,000 millihertz. That's awesome. The monitoring port is TRS or TRRS. That's also really nice. Sorry, I'm not even looking at something. Looking at the manual, there's a couple of interesting things. I just looked, it is actually a TRS or TRRS. What that means is the microphone headphones that you would plug in, you can either do the 2 rings or the 1 ring. Excuse me, you can do 2 rings or 3 rings, TRS or TRRS. So you can have either one, it'll actually work just fine. But it doesn't mention anything about the pushing it down part. Really interesting stuff. It's got a mute button. Oh, sound preset switch button. So that's what this button is right up under here. Touch to switch podcast, streaming, sing sound presets. The indicator shows in the blue, shows blue in podcast, green in streaming, and cyan in sing. So if I touch it, I guess the color on the actual microphone. Let me spin the mic around a little bit. So it's green is streaming mode. I wonder what the difference is. Cyan is singing mode. So I don't know what the difference is. I guess I can attempt to do some singing. It's not like I didn't teach chorus for so many years, but...
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Really cool. And then the mute turns red when it's muted. And I guess there's an off setting, so you can actually just turn it off and not have to worry about it. But you have different presets. I bet they're just EQs. Cool. All right. Let's do some sound tests. Future Brandon here. Yeah, the audio was scuffed for the sound recordings. Here's an example of what actually was in the previous recording. preset on the microphone. This is the podcasting mode. It sounds like it boosted some of the basses and maybe leveled off some of the mids and highs. And it is kind of like an open air capsule. So I definitely would consider that you need to be like that. And this is unidirectional, so I am going to go ahead and move. So yeah, audio was scuffed. So this time I'm actually going to record it on a separate device where I don't have to use a USB hub and get better results, hopefully. So you can have a true sound of what it's supposed to be. This is a sound test of the Comica STA-U2A. I'm about 3 to 4, maybe 5 inches away from the sensor, and this is on the default preset. I don't have any of the other EQs on right now. It sounds clean. It does sound flat, not a lot of bass, not a lot of highs. And so let's go ahead and switch over to the next one, which is the blue color. Now it's podcast. Now you can hear that it's added in some of the bass. And again, I'm not adjusting any of the EQ in post. My editor's not adjusting things. This is purely what's happening on the mic by pressing this button. Right now it's on the blue preset. You see that there's boosted some basses and the highs have been pulled just a little bit to give it that more dynamic feel, kind of like what you get from a dynamic microphone like the Shure SM7B. And so what we're going to do is now switch it over to the streaming EQ preset. This is green. You can hear that it's actually pulled some of the mids and definitely pushed a lot of the highs, 1K to like 5K, 6K, 7K. You've got a little bit of presence boost there, which is where you hear that S, hard S's. So I would be very careful doing this. You might actually have to EQ some of these S's out. If you use this, even the further away S, maybe if you had some distance on this microphone, it might be a little bit better, but definitely distance does play a thing. Some people are going to have it kind of far away, and you're going to get that distance feel. So I would still say you need to be 6 inches or so. I would say at the maximum. Some people are going to say different, just my opinion in the audio world. All right, so this is the singing preset, and as you can hear, it's added some delay as well as a few other things, kind of effect-wise to make it sound kind of wider. So I'm going to sing the beginning of the boomx-u, the Ave Maria version. Anyway, it's the only thing I'm not going to get copyrighted for. So I'll just go ahead and do that so you can have some kind of a sample if you're maybe an artist, right? Ave Maria. Just the opening line, that's all you get. Anyway, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other things you can do with this. And then now if I press that button, we're back to standard preset. And we'll cycle them again. Standard. This is podcast. This is streaming. This is singing. And then back to standard. Now back to past me to give my final thoughts and everything with this microphone. Anyway, final thoughts. I do think that the mic arm is probably not the greatest. It's a really nice arm. It's just a little stiff, I'm going to be honest. The installation of the microphone was kind of not scuffed, but not the best. Maybe it was just my unit specifically. And Comica, if you are watching this video, maybe comment below and just let people know, like if that was a normal thing for it to have that like push to attach kind of piece, because it's not in your manuals. Like it wasn't there. Maybe it was on the QR code, but I can't be miffed to check it. But anyway, I love the modes. I do like the podcasting mode. It's clean. It's nice. I'll switch over to it so you can have it. I think the podcasting mode is nice and clean. It sounds good. It kind of makes me feel like I'm talking into a dynamic microphone. But condenser microphones are always nice. And so if you're trying to emulate a microphone like a dynamic mic, I mean, that's no reason to. And then this is like that streaming piece, and it's just really bright. I think it's a little too bright. Maybe if I wasn't so close, but those S's, excuse me, I just burped. Those S's are brutal. All right, check a link in the description. That's where we'll actually have the link to this product. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on the Comica STA-U2. I think it's gorgeous. Probably put it on a different mic arm, but I'm pretty impressed. I'm impressed with the way it sounds And I think the offering that you have there is pretty awesome. So yeah, thanks. If you want to check out some other microphone reviews, I've got some in a playlist that I'll put on this side of the screen. We've covered a bunch of microphones. I'm sure that at whatever price point you're looking at, you're going to find something over there that you either enjoy or what not to buy. We'll see you over there.